Welcome back to another live stream, and today we're going to be talking about the biggest SEO mistakes that nearly everybody makes. Some of these mistakes I've even done myself in the past, um, and I think it's probably just good for some of you guys to watch this and essentially just to reiterate anything that you guys might be doing without actually knowing that you're doing it. So some of these will be costly, some of these will be mistakes that you're just doing without actually realizing that you're doing it. And again, what we're trying to be focusing on, or our main focus on this video, is essentially future-proofing our website as much as we possibly can. So starting off with mistake number one, people chase keywords and they don't chase topical research. So what I mean by that is what a lot of people will do is family law years. So what a lot of people will do is they'll try to essentially rank for family law solicitors, right? However, what they won't be doing is they won't essentially be covering the topic in its entirety. They will only be building links to this page. They'll only be doing internal links to this page. And again, that's not very future-proof for your website. What you essentially want to be doing is very similar to what these guys have done. Now, these guys rank position number 1 here. And they rank, or they have pages for divorce, civil partnership, financial arrangements, children law, and prenup agreements, Jewish divorce, and a whole load of other pages that's like relevant to family law. So they also have divorce and separation, child arrangements, prenup, civil partnerships, no fault divorce as well. They've got all the pages covering the topic in its entirety. And not only that, they also have a very good blog section as well on their website. So if we were to just, we can do a site colon, and we'll do how much divorce. So they've got a page to do with like divorce fees, no fault divorce explained. So they've got like all the blog articles as well, like how long does it take to get a divorce. So they've covered the topic in its entirety. So when I am searching family lawyers, it doesn't really surprise me that they are ranking position number 1 for that. So that is probably mistake number 1. There's not a lot of people that go and cover the topic deep enough. They'll just throw up a family law page and that's it. So I'll give you guys another example as well. If we were to try and rank for, let's say we're an affiliate website, right? Best running shoes, men. So if we were to take a look at, we'll take a look at Runner's World. So obviously they've got the best running shoes for 2024 page. But if we actually take a look here, they also have individual reviews. Product, have they got a shop, man? So they've got a certain section talking about the Nike Vaporfly. What would be interesting to see is if they actually have an individual review for the Nike Vaporfly. Nike Vaporfly. So yes, they do. They have got a page dedicated about the Nike Vaporfly and who uses it. So let's just pause that video. So as you can see here, they've actually bought the shoe, or it looks like they've bought the shoe and cut it in half. So from a review point of view, they actually have got a fairly in detailed review as well. So like they are talking about the weight, the heel height, 4 foot high energy returns. So it's a pretty in-depth review. And again, this is a supporting article for best running shoes. So basically what I'm trying to say is you need supporting articles when you're trying to rank for some of these bigger keywords, right? So this is mistake number one that I'm seeing a lot of people do. Mistake number two is probably internal linking. I'm seeing a lot of websites that don't internal link enough, and I'll show you a couple of strategies that you guys can do manually to help with internal linking. So if we take a look at fatrank.com, this is one of our websites here. We do a lot of tests on this website, but I will pick a page. Let's do, I think we've got the cities page, cities, biggest cities in UK, right? If I pull up this on Google Search Console as well, so if I do page, apply, and once it has done its thing, so as we can see here, we've got the biggest cities in the UK page, right? Now, one thing that I would be looking to do is sorting by impressions here, so highest to lowest, and then using these as internal link anchors from other pages relevant on this website. So for example, all of my internal links right now to this page might be biggest cities in UK. However, largest city in UK by area, we actually get 279 clicks, 15,000 impressions for. So what I would be looking to do is finding other pages on the FatRank website and then using this as the internal link anchor. And again, it's helping theme that page. You're not just only doing 100% of your anchors with just biggest cities in UK, cities in UK. I see a lot of people either they don't internal link enough, or what they are doing is they don't theme the page up. So if you can imagine, right, if you are Googlebot and 60 of your internal links through to this page is biggest cities in UK, and you don't have any of these other anchors, then yes, it is helpful in not having any internal links, but you can change up some of the internal links. So cities in England, cities in UK, largest city in UK by area. Again, these are all relevant internal link anchors through to this page. So try and theme up your pages when you guys are doing internal links, as it does definitely help when it comes to ranking your websites. So then what I'm going to do is, let's pick out, so mistake number 3 is quite a common one again, and a lot of people are scared when it comes to link building, especially when they look at their competitors, right? So let's take a look at a website. We'll look at an e-commerce example for this one. We'll do buy vape pens online, right? And what we will do is we'll go to, like, let's say, we'll go to these guys, right? Actually, shop weed pens for the best THC vapes online. We'll look at these guys, right? Just randomly selected the website. Yes. So what we're going to do is we are going to plug these guys in here. So as we can see, if we take a look at this website over here, so what a lot of people would do, right, is if leafy.com was one of our competitors, what they would essentially be doing right now is they would be very much scared to actually enter this industry because of the fact that it is, they've got 1.3 million backlinks, they've got 26,000 referring domains. This is a monster website, right? So they would be thinking, oh my god, I need 1.3 million backlinks, I'm going to need 26,000 referring domains, what am I going to do? I'm going to need to sell my house almost, right? So it's not actually the case. There's what I like to call is that there's a lot of noisy links in this backlink profile. So for example, if we were to go and set up a brand new website selling vape pens or whatever, what I would be looking to do first of all is breaking it down into one section, right? So let's say they've got, these guys obviously sell CBD, and what we would do is right, so 500 milligram CBD, right? So what I would be looking to do here is 500 mg CBD. We have got Dave in the chat. Hi Kajra, have you found anyone that has fully recovered post HCU? Thanks. So right now, Dave, to answer your question, there isn't anyone that has fully recovered. However, there are certain people that I'm doing consultancy calls with that they have partially recovered certain silos. They've started recovering certain pages as well. That is either to do with the link building side of stuff. So some people obviously got hit by the core algorithm update, which was quite a few people that I'm speaking to at the minute. Some of those guys have done a disavow and they have essentially recovered partially. The other part to like a disavow recovery is when another algorithm update comes along. Then the guys that got hit by the helpful content update, some of those guys have either recovered a certain page, so they're working page by page. They are either doing content pruning as well, so they've actually started removing unhelpful pages and they've started seeing a little bit of uplift throughout certain silos. And I've seen also some people that have done consultancy calls with myself and they have been able to recover silos of their website. Again, recovering from the helpful content update, it's not like a click your fingers and you magically recover, unfortunately. It does take a little bit of time because you obviously first of all need to identify the non-helpful pages, and then you either need to do something about them, whether that is removing them off of your website or improving them and essentially making them more helpful in Google's eyes. But yeah, it's a little bit of a slow process at the minute, but there are certain people that I have done consultancy with that have partially recovered, yes. So going back to what we were looking at, right? So let's say, for example, we want to rank for 500 mg CBD, and we'll take a look at, for example, these guys here, Vitabiotics, right? So what we would be looking to do is taking a look at who's ranking number one, and if we were to take a look at their backlinks, right? So you've got a couple options here that you can certainly look at. You can either take a look at like do follow links, because that's going to reduce the amount of links that we're looking at overall. So right now we're looking at 331,000 links. So if we do follow, we've obviously shredded off 269 of the links. Then we've got backlink type as well. So if we change this to in content, so then we're going to go from 269,000 down to 164,000. And then you can also do like a minimum DR as well. So let's say like a minimum DR of 25. So then we've shrunk it down to 40,000, right? Now, if say, for example, we were going to only rank for, let's say, let's take a look at, what we're trying to figure out is like one silo that we can tackle. And I think we're going to take a look at the strains, right? So let's say we wanted to rank for the different types of CBD or cannabis strains, right? Obviously, you can do different products as well. So let's say we only wanted to look at CBD. You could apply this exact same filter to their CBD silo, and then you've only got 48 links powering up the CBD silo. So it's not that many links that they actually have that's essentially powering up this silo, if that does make sense. So we've essentially reduced from 350,000 links down to about 48 links that we're actually looking at, that's actually pushing the needle, that's not just noisy style links. Now, one thing you could obviously do as well is if you did want to not build the 48 links through to your website, because again, not many people have the budget for 48 links. Let's say you're trying to do CBD on a budget, or let's say you're trying to rank for CBD on a budget, or if you're trying to even just do SEO on a budget, you don't obviously want to be building 48 links if it's just a test website. You don't even know if it's going to earn you any money and stuff. So what you could essentially do is sort by DR, and any websites. So they've got a lot that is from their leafy.ca. So looks like these guys actually have a couple different stores that's essentially powering this silo up. So what I'm actually going to do is let's take a look at another one of their silos and see if we can actually get a little bit more of an accurate representation. Because again, if we take a look at this, it's, yeah, they've got a couple different silos. So they've got their leafy.ca that's linking to their leafy.com page, which isn't ideal. Let's just take a look at another website. See, buy vape online. Let's take a look at these guys, right? So vaporsonline.co.uk. So if we take a look here, so these guys, they've got 355 referring domains, 555 backlinks. They're ranking for 10,000 keywords. So they're not doing terribly bad. So if we, again, do backlinks and sort by do follow and backlink type in content and DR, anything above 25, right? Have they only got one do follow link? What's going on? So on the grand scheme of things, they don't actually have that many links, these guys. So we've went from essentially looking at 355 links down to around 20 links. Scarlet Vapes. Do follow. Regular links. So as you can see, they don't actually have that many links that's passing that much power through to their website. They've got a lot of they've got a lot of spam, but this is a prime example of a website that you would look at and you would think, oh my god, these guys have a lot of links. It's not actually the case, which is really surprising to see. Let's just take a look at somebody like vapestore.co.uk, right? So if we were to compare this backlink profile, bearing in mind this website does rank position number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they rank position number 9, right? So if we actually apply the same filter to somebody that is ranking pretty well, so these guys, they rank position number 2, and if we apply DR25 and above, right? So they've got a lot more of a stronger backlink profile. Obviously, they've got a lot more branded links and stuff, right? So does that mean that we need to link or get 30 free So we've got 33 links here. We've got 7,931 links here, right? Does that mean that we need an additional 7,000 backlinks to our website? Probably not. But one thing that's really apparent when we're looking at these two websites is if we take a look at the DR range, right? So they've got like a couple DR, so they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links that are above DR50, right? But then if we take a look at these guys, right, vapestore.co.uk, this is the website that is performing well. If we take a look here, they've got a lot of DR40 links. Now, again, some would say that these are spammy. This is a spammy industry, so they can get away with being a little bit more, spammy and getting a little bit more dodgier looking links. But as you can see, like from just by looking at the two websites, right, you can very quickly realize why one website is ranking in position 13, 14, and one website is ranking position 2. Again, would I recommend this strategy? I mean, it clearly is working, but again, some strategies you look at, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will work for a long period of time. So what I'm going to do is do follow in content. Yeah, these guys have a lot of blog comments, but they do also have a lot of branded links as well, all mainly going through to the homepage. So it definitely is working for them. So like, for example, we look at this page here, Delta 10 versus Delta 9, how do they compare? And then it's got vaping devices as the anchor, vaping devices. So as you can see here, it links through to vapestore.co.uk. So these guys are doing a lot more branded links and also on a lot more higher DR websites. So again, if we were to compare to these guys, very, very weak backlink profile. But one thing I will say is it's quite impressive where they are ranking and also how many keywords they're ranking for based off of the backlink profile that they have. Like vapestoreonline.co.uk, they could very, very easily start ranking a lot higher with just by getting a few guest posts, exactly like what vapestore.co.uk have. Just getting a few of these links, and again, it doesn't need to be very strategic. It could literally just be branded links through to the homepage, and that would be enough to essentially rank this website a lot higher. And again, you look at this website, it's not doing terribly bad. It could be in a much, much worse position. But again, just going back to what I was saying before, not all websites need the millions of backlinks. If you start doing a little bit of digging, you'll very quickly realize that not every single link, even in this website's backlink profile, is actually pushing the power and ranking the website. Like you've just seen here, a lot of these is from like a Thai website. I'm actually worried to actually open some of these links because it might be like porn links or whatever. I've just realized, but very quickly you can realize that it's not necessarily all of these links that's pushing the power. They do have a few really good guest posts in the mix, and those will be the links that will be pushing the power as well. So it's just one thing to bear in mind when you are doing your link analysis. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to English. So again, we're at 4,800. Yeah. Homepage. Traffic URL. You can't actually take a look at the I wonder if I can. I'm trying to see if I can filter out some of these links. URL doesn't contain. A lot of them contains underscores. So I'm seeing. So we're at 4,541. Okay. Language English. Yeah. The ideal way of doing this would be to essentially export all of these links and then just filter out by like the foreign languages in the actual referring pages and stuff, and then you will get a much more accurate representation of their backlink profile, because otherwise you're just going to be looking at a lot of spam on this website. But again, like they do have a lot of really good guest posts pointing through to their website. Like, for example, 3 of the craziest CBD products available right now, and they have this page here. This looks like I feel like this is more of like a PBN actually looking at it. But as we've seen, not all of these links are essentially pushing the needle and stuff. So with a few filters in place, you would be able to essentially get this a lot more accurate when you are doing your backlink analysis and stuff. So always just bear that in mind. It is super important, because I do speak to a lot of people and they essentially get terrified when they see that their competitors have 600-700 backlinks or 1,000 backlinks, and they always think that they need to essentially get 1,000 backlinks. More isn't always necessarily quality. You just need quality links, is what I'm trying to say with this section. So yeah, that has been my video on the biggest SEO mistakes. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. And if you guys do want a free 15-minute chat with myself about your website, make sure to check out kajradash.com and fill in the form. Thanks.